Hello and welcome back to the Second Chance to Live channel here on YouTube. I'm happy to see that you decided to stop by to watch this video presentation. Thank you. In today's video presentation, I'm going to be sharing another article. To read the article, I'll put my glasses back on and bring up the article. I want to thank you for your time. You're an important part of my process and I always enjoy our times together. Here's the article, Learning to Walk Again After Experiencing a Stroke and a Brain Injury. Earlier today, a friend who experienced a stroke sent me a Facebook message. In the Facebook message, she asked me, "Can you give me some tips to learn to walk again?" My experience learning how to walk again after my brain injury. And these are the principles that I shared with him. First, my history. At the age of 10 in 1967, I sustained an open skull fracture, a severe traumatic brain injury, right frontal lobe damage, a severe brain bruise with brainstem involvement, and a fractured left femur, or the thigh bone, the largest bone in our bodies. After being in traction for 7 to 8 weeks for my fractured femur, I was placed in a full-body cast in which I remained for 5 months. I was then transferred via an ambulance to another hospital to undergo brain surgery. After the surgery, I was returned to the previous hospital and then home. After my left femur healed enough to be taken out of the spica or full-body cast, I had to relearn how to walk. And my mom helped me to learn how to walk again, through giving me a baby butler. And the baby butler was like a current walker. To read more about my process of learning how to walk again, click on the link, Finding Craig, Learning to Walk Again, Part 3. And there's a link here in the article. So if in the event you would like to read the article, come to this article and scroll down and you'll find the link. And I will include a link to the article within the description portion of the YouTube video. Principles that help me to learn to walk and succeed. Learning to walk again is a process. Below are principles that I shared with my friend. Principles that helped, unbeknownst to me at the time, learn to walk. Principles that continue to help me to achieve goals that may seem to be out of reach. Ingredients. When I first started training at the martial arts school in 2000, my sensei or instructor shared something with me. He told me that he would give me ingredients, like the ingredients needed to bake a cake, to teaching me skills and how to execute different skills. He told me that my job was to learn how to combine those skills or ingredients to bake a cake. The cake of becoming a black belt. In my experience, learning those skills and combining those skills took a very long time, more time than it took other students to combine their ingredients to bake their cakes. But I am glad that I did not give up. An important and significant lesson that I learned through the process is this. I learned that through my training and developing as a martial artist, that the process and journey was more important than the destination. I was told that the belt you wear in class is merely something to hold your pants up. I was told that learning skills and being able to execute those skills was more important than the color of the belt. The color of the belt holding up my pants. And so I began to realize and apply this lesson to other areas of my life. What I learned on the way to achieving my goal or goals is more important than the goal itself. The good news, and here's a quote that I wrote: "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. Once we start walking, metaphorically speaking, before long we will be able to look back and see how far we've come because we did not give up." A riddle and an elephant. I like a riddle. The riddle is, how do you eat an elephant? The answer to the riddle is one bite at a time. If I look at the size of the elephant, I can feel overwhelmed, and as a result, want to give up. But if I look at the elephant in terms of consuming the elephant in manageable bites, my feelings of being overwhelmed by the size of the elephant diminishes one bite at a time. Here in the article, I have a link to an article that I wrote several years by the name Neuroplasticity, Small Successes, Learning and Relearning Skill Sets. And I would encourage you to come to this article and click on this link to read the article that I have here. And I will include a link to the article in the description portion of the YouTube video. One bite at a time. Because I had difficulty with balance when I first started training at the martial arts school, I needed to develop a plan to improve my balance. What I realized was that I needed to strengthen my leg muscles. I needed to strengthen my leg muscles to be able to combine ingredients or skills to be successful. By combining skills and skill sets, we begin to create new neural pathways and brain reorganization. In the event that you have not walked since your stroke or brain injury, I would encourage you to start a program. Start a program to strengthen your thigh muscles and your hamstrings, which are muscles on the back of your thigh, as well as your calves, lower leg muscles. This may take time for you, as it did for me when I was learning to walk again. As your legs grow stronger, so will your balance. In my experience, I had to work at the process every day, a little at a time, at my rate and pace. And as with my case in learning to walk, it may hurt you also. But do not give up on the process. Little by little, your legs will strengthen and your balance will improve. I still work on strengthening my legs and improving my balance some 50 years after I learned how to walk again. I had a limp for a long while after I started to walk again, as my left leg was shorter from being in the full body or spike cast for 5 months. Make your process of relearning to walk after a stroke or a brain injury about an adventure. Enjoy the process. It's really important that we learn to enjoy the process that we're going through rather than despising it, because if we despise it, we will give up. So learn how to find creative ways to enjoy the process of learning to walk again. Achieving goals take time. Please realize that the process may take time. You may have setbacks, as I did and do when seeking to achieve goals in my life. But please do not let that discourage you, my friend, and don't give up. I like your quote by Albert Einstein. He said, "It is not that I'm so smart, I just stay with problems longer." Persistence and tenacity, no matter how small the progress or gains, need to keep you motivated. And then the process. Celebrate the process. In my experience, I have found that if I take the process of achieving goals in small bites, then I am able to celebrate the progress that I make in achieving those goals. This is the end of the video presentation. I want to thank you for your time. Before I go, let me encourage you with this, as I need to remember. Please do not give up on yourself, a loving God, or your process, because more will be revealed to you and to me with time. The pieces of the puzzle will come together in the correct order and at the right time. I'll say so long for now. God bless both you and your family, and have a great day. Bye now.